welcome to CW Chat. It's me, Jess, and I've got two splendid guests with us today. We've got Candice Davis. She does Cuddly Curiosities and Adventures in Cosplay. And I've got Melissa Seawell, Street Teamer, CW Street Teamer, if I can. Like, we're lucky we're doing this today because I can barely talk. So this is going to be a derailed CW Chat, and we're going to have a lot of fun. And it's our first all-girl CW Chat. I think that's pretty great. Yes. So, both she and I have gone to Dragon Con, and granted it was like a month ago, but we've been busy, and we wanted to talk about our experiences at Dragon Con.
You always have to relive Dragon Con all year. You keep it alive.
You do. You got to keep the spirit alive in your heart and in your wardrobe. I've got my Stephen Amell Stardust shirt on. She's got a Stephen Amell shirt on.
She's
repping the Flash. We were trying to, keep the comic spirit alive. I feel like there's a convention every weekend, though.
There is. There's always somewhere.
I guess I didn't notice it before. Maybe there's more now, kind of like there's concert festivals every weekend. I don't know. That's neither here nor there. So what was your favorite part of Dragon Con?
Well, as always, the cosplay at Dragon Con is world-class, phenomenal, just seeing and meeting new people and things like that. But if I had to limit it down, it would be this one right here.
Show it.
With my snuggle buddy.
Snuggle buddy.
And I was a very good fangirl. Oh, there you go. I asked permission.
Did you keep your cool and everything?
I kept my cool. I didn't lick him so I could take him home. Because if you lick something, it's automatically yours, right? So I didn't lick him, and I asked permission. They frown upon that. If they won't let you kiss them, they're not going to let you lick them. So
try not to lick the celebrities at Dragon Con, everyone. That's so cool. So that's Stephen Amell, Arrow. I didn't get to meet Stephen Amell, but my story was I was there with Andy Madewell, who works with us. You've seen him on CW and Flash Chat before. And he had an Arrow shirt on, and we were waiting to interview one of the, I think it was Candice Patton. And we're just kind of standing there lost in space. And a guy walks by, my coworker Andy and us, and says, "Hey man, what's up?" And we looked, and it was Stephen Amell, and my coworker was wearing an Arrow shirt, so I think he was messing with us. But we were like, immediately texted everyone we knew.
But that's the thing about Dragon Con is when they're not doing a panel or some other event, they're out there playing and partying with the fans. Yeah. And that's probably one of the greatest things about Dragon Con.
They say it's a fan con. My favorite memory, now this isn't a CW memory, I got to meet Carol Spinney, Big Bird, and I was like, oh man, I loved that. That was for me because I grew up loving Big Bird. That's not CW, that's PBS, and we love PBS. PBS is great. But back to Arrow. Arrow was a lot of fun. Melissa wasn't at the convention, but she actually got to watch all our interviews and panels for us.
In one day.
In one day, so that's a lot for her. So she feels like she was there too. Yes. But the big rumor coming out of, I guess from the summer of Arrow Season 4 is, will we be in Coast City? Will we meet Hal Jordan? Let's take a look at what Stephen Amell has to say about that at Dragon Con.
I know that, so basically the question was that we showed Ferris Air and there was talk of a test pilot. And so is there any thoughts towards Hal Jordan? I can't comment on that necessarily. I can say that we do spend time in Coast City this year. Great question.
So he's saying that we will be in Coast City, but he can't really say much about it, but we will be spending some time in Coast City. Here's my theory, because I don't understand the whole difference between Arrow and Green Arrow. Like, I know the Green Arrow's the comic book, but what is the real difference there? I'm wondering if all the flashbacks this year, we're gonna meet maybe Hal Jordan, maybe some other Green Lantern type person in Coast City, and maybe the Green Arrow is a nod to remember, like maybe some kind of like a remembrance of the Green Lantern in the past. What do you guys think?
Green Lantern? I don't know. I was really hoping that Diggle was going to end up becoming.
So many people were
being the Jon Stewart character with the Green Lantern, but that's obviously now he's got his new outfit. I can't even remember what they're calling him.
Magneto. He's got the Magneto helmet on that everyone actually does not like.
Doesn't like, but they say it's made at Star Labs, so it's tech. It's not just looks. So maybe it does something cool. Maybe it turns like colors, or I don't know.
Maybe it'll turn
disco in a helmet.
Maybe it turns green to the Green Lantern.
All match.
Yeah, that would be cute. We don't know, but something's going to happen in Coast City. I'm excited to see what it is. Also on Facebook, Stephen Amell did say in one of his live Facebook chats that he we will have a lot of fun in the flashback. So I think when he was getting on the boat to leave Hong Kong in season 3, I think it was it? Yeah, season 3. He was going to Coast City. So I think he's going to be there, building a sandcastle, living the dream.
Hush about his flashbacks too.
Yes, they
because they said during the when they were showing the clips for the next season that only like not even a quarter of a second of it was a flashback, and they're not putting anything else with the flashback.
It's in Coast City, and it's gonna have a Green Lantern. I think it is.
Oh, Green Lantern, Coast City's Green Lantern's got to show up.
He's got to show up. And another person that is definitely going to show up is their new big bad, which is Damian Dark. And here is what Stephen Amell had to say about Damian Dark this season.
Damian Dark is a good villain. He's a different villain, and I think the difference this year is that we introduce him right off the bat. He's in the premiere. I believe he's been in every episode so far. Neil McDonough is just excellent. He's just excellent. And he has such a great idea, and he has such a great enthusiasm for the part, and he's really embraced it. And I don't want to speak for him about his performance, but it's been really sterling so far. I think it's going to be excellent.
So it looks like we can expect a really good performance out of Neil McDonough. From the previews, he looks like a cool villain.
Oh, yeah.
And I'm excited to see kind of how they play it. I really liked Slade, so I'm excited to see how this villain is. I think they've got some, I like Arrow's villains. I like the Aarons.
You have the Aaron villains.
Arrow villains. Woo! And speaking of things that we've seen in the trailers, this was really cool. When we got to interview Katie Cassidy, and that was in the morning before they showed the new season 4 trailer, and she was being coy about if we were going to see White Canary, Katie Lotz again, Sarah Lance, and that's because we do see her in the trailer. But I asked her, here's my question for her was, are we going to get to see them together in Arrow or Legends of Tomorrow? And here's what they had to say.
I was going to ask about White Canary, Black Canary, possible fights together. Is that something you think maybe Arrow, or you think maybe you'll be on Legends of Tomorrow? You don't know.
I don't know. I think
okay. We will watch both.
She didn't know. That's what she's doing. She didn't know. She knows. But that would be cool. I mean, what do you guys think? What do you predict for White Canary, Black Canary this season?
I'm not 100% sure that it's going to be a big presence on this next season of Arrow, but Legends is the one that I'm really banking on with more of that sisterly presence, especially probably at the very beginning when they're first bringing these characters in and introducing them.
Yeah.
And since her and her dad are still there in Starling City?
Yeah.
Lord.
Star City now, I think they renamed it because of Roy.
Oh, yeah.
Or not Roy. What's his name? We know. You guys know what we're talking about.
We know what we're talking about. Maybe they'll go more into Legends of Tomorrow.
Yeah.
I would love to see a Black Canary, White Canary fight, though.
Interesting.
I really would.
Because this is where it could happen. If it's something with Constantine and brings her back to life, puts her in the Lazarus pit, something like that, she could come back all crazy pants like Willa Ford did when she came out of the water. And like Willa Ford, isn't that her name? Willa, no, is it the singer?
It's Willa.
Willa Holland.
It is Willa.
I just said, I almost called it Legends of the Fall, so.
Willa Ford was a singer.
If she's the singer, Willa Holland. Well, what's her name in the show? It's Speedy.
Speedy.
So, Thea, yes, Thea. If she came out of the pond, the Lazarus pool pond, crazy pants, then why not? I mean, Sarah Lance has been long dead. She'd been dead.
Yeah, Sarah's already kind of kooky as it was when she came back as Black Canary.
She does.
And with the League of Assassins and everything like that, so she may come back in.
And then maybe Willa Ford will come sing a song in Legends of the Fall. Oh man. So I think that wraps about Arrow for us. We're done with talking about Arrow. Let's go into The Flash. No, The Flash was pretty cool. Oh, well, we did want to show, she got to meet John Barrowman, and that he's a goof.
Hold this one up.
And apparently he was walking around in a TARDIS dress.
On Sunday, it was the greatest thing ever.
If
you have the chance, look up John Barrowman solo panel at DragonCon 2015. if you see the one with the man dancing around in the dress, you've got the right one.
You got the right one.
He also broke a chair during the Arrow
He
panel.
did. He actually broke it. Yeah.
And he was flipping everybody off during the Arrow panel too. It was great.
He was
I love
goofy.
him.
Yes, he was very goofy.
He seems like the class clown. Like it might be hard to get a serious scene done with him. Feel for those guys. Not that badly though. So Flash, back to Flash. This season is supposed to have a lot more to do with the West family is what was coming out of Dragon Con. And Candice Patton has something to say about her relationship with Mama West. We'll probably be seeing Mama West this season, so check out what she had to say.
You know, Mama West has been absent from Iris's life for a very long time. She's been told one thing and she comes to find out from her father that that is not true. That her mother has been gone for a completely different reason. And that comes as a shock to Iris, and that's something that she kind of has to struggle through for a little bit. Yeah.
So Mama West, shady character. I wonder what's going to be happening. It reminds me of the show Scandal. Like her mom, I don't know why. Well, her mom was different. I haven't not caught up on Scandal. Wrong network. But yeah, Candice Patton did talk to the fact that Mama West, we're going to see her, I think, very soon in the beginning of the season. And the season's going to focus a lot more on the West family. So, plus Wally West coming in, which excites our street teamer Carson, who can maybe dress up like him.
Yes.
It's very exciting.
Because we've been trying to get him as Reverse Flash for over a year now.
Yes, he wants to be a Flash, so he can dress up like Wally West or something. So that should be cool. Jay Garrick looks cool. I like the salad bowl helmet. I wonder if that's hard to wear. We're excited to see that happening. But there are a lot of speculation that the season is going to be a darker season, at least start off darker. And I asked John Wesley Shipp about that. He plays Henry Allen, and here's what he had to say about the vibe this season.
There will be, well, of course, you have to go, once you establish the palette, then the only place you can go is, down and in.
Yeah.
Side the characters and the personalities. We're going to find out, okay, what effect does this have beyond the, yippee, look what I can do, and struggling with coming to terms with controlling his new power. Okay, now the character and the personality are going to catch up. What effect is this going to have on this young man? Yeah.
He does go on to say that while the show will have a lot more deepness to it this season and more dimension for the characters, more struggles, it's always going to be the show of hope. It's always going to be the comic for hope. So still an uplifting show. Arrow can be a little dark, not so uplifting, really.
Well, it's actually filmed at night.
True,
So
which makes
we
me
have
feel
one
bad
during
for
the day,
them.
one during the night. Because then Katie Cassidy was like, I literally go to work at 7.
Yeah.
And then we
At
come
night.
home at like 7 a.m. So leave me alone during the rest of the day so I can sleep.
Yeah, then she has to train so much. But yeah, so I think that the season is going to start off with more of a struggle. What are you looking forward to most with this season?
With this season coming up, I'm really excited about Salad Bowl Helmet.
Me too.
I'm excited about seeing more of the Flash characters come in and things like that. I mean, obviously, I really love the villains from this past season, but I'm excited to see more of the good guys coming in too.
Yeah. Are you more of a heroes fan or a villains fan then?
I'm a 50-50.
50-50?
I'm a 50-50.
I can't wait for Killer Frost.
You like villains.
I can't wait for Killer Frost.
Oh man, and she has made a Killer Frost. If you see down at the bottom of her set, there is a Killer Frost Cuddly Curiosity down there. She crochets these, right?
Yes.
Yes, crochet. She made all of those, but that's her newest one is Killer Frost. And we would like to see the real Killer Frost. We'd like to see Daniel Panabaker as her. I asked her, when do you think we'll get to see that? And here is what she said.
Oh man, no one is more excited for Caitlin to become Killer Frost than I am. Unfortunately, I don't know when that will happen. Long story short, I am useless in terms of Killer Frost. I want it to happen very, very badly. Unfortunately, I don't know that it's happening anytime soon.
So, we don't know. Womp womp. I think it'll be like later in the season.
It will. I do remember when she was in the panel with all the guys, with Robbie and her and John, and I can't remember who else was there. Oh, Candice.
Yep, Candice.
She was saying that they've mentioned that it's coming, but it's going to be a very long, slow burn.
Yeah.
to it. So end of the season at the earliest, I would think.
Yeah, and I bet you it's one of those things that they probably know and have not even told her yet.
Yeah, because of the confusion. She doesn't want them to slip.
Yeah. Because I guess John Wesley Shipp accidentally gave away the name of DC's Legends of Tomorrow at one of the panels. Not a Dragon Con, but at a different convention. So things like that. So Robbie Amell was joking about, like, if they knew, they wouldn't tell us, probably because of things like this. And I will put a lot more bonus material on our WCCB Charlotte webpage and our YouTube page. A lot of funny stuff. Stephen Amell talking about a suit, Katie Cassidy talking about her costume, John Barrowman falling out of a chair. Just all the golden things you want to see. So keep your eyes out for that. Next week we do have our Flash premiere party. It's going to be at Heroes Aren't Hard to Find comic book store. We're really excited about it. We're going to do a live Flash chat. Flash chat will be back, and I'm going to keep doing CW chat throughout the year. It'll be on a monthly basis, but please join us at Heroes Aren't Hard to Find comic book store. For that, it'll be from 6 to 9:30. Then the next day, we have, because we're the little legends that could, very next day, we are going to have the Crazy Ex-Girlfriends Night Out. That's going to be at the Comedy Zone at North Carolina Music Factory. That will start at 5:30. It'll last till 9. I'm super excited. I have booked, I think it's 16 local designers, jewelry. If you like my Arrow earrings, I actually had these custom made, but it's a brand named James Sue, and she designs these stained glass earrings, and there should be some there at this mart, and there will be, I mean, a plethora of other designers.
The smell good, the wax.
The candles, Light Beings candles.
Yes.
Lots of really cool stuff. And so come to that if you just like shopping. But the main point is we're going to be showing an advanced screening of Crazy Ex-Girlfriend, the new CW comedy.
And it is hilarious.
It's laugh out loud funny. And it's not coming out until October 12th. So you get to see it almost a week before it actually premieres. And you'll have to set your DVRs for Arrow because it's on the premiere night of Arrow. Sorry.
And Supernatural.
And Supernatural.
And Supernatural.
And she loves Supernatural. Notice the poster that she wanted to sit by. So yeah, definitely come out to that. Comedian Blair Nice will be there, and we will have Tap Snap taking pictures. You can buy food and drinks, and it'll be a fun event. Some of the talent will be out there. And also, hashtag, if you got a crazy X story, hashtag crazy X WCCB. We only need one. Just kidding. So, one from you. No, but hashtag crazy X WCCB. We want to hear your crazy X stories. You may see them shared on air. And we're looking forward to Monday the 12th coming back with Jane the Virgin will be back, and the new Crazy Ex-Girlfriend. Lots to look forward to on the CW this fall. We're so excited.
So much work.
So caffeinated. So that is all for CW Chat today. Thank you both for being here, and we look forward to seeing you guys all out at our events. Bye.
Bring us food.